The soldier was using the toilet when a grenade was suddenly thrown into the latrine. Upon seeing this, Eric quickly rushed out of the toilet. With a huge explosion, the toilet was instantly reduced to rubble. Eric narrowly escaped death. Seeing his comrades whispering to each other, he immediately realized it was a grenade thrown by a sergeant. So he grabbed an entrenching tool, rushed into the barracks, and shoveled it at his comrade's head. The reason his comrades wanted to kill him dated back a week earlier. At that time, the reconnaissance squad that Eric was in was suddenly attacked by the Viet Cong in the jungle. Caught off guard, they could only flee in panic to a nearby village. Unexpectedly, the village was also teeming with Viet Cong, and a black soldier in the squad was tragically shot and killed. In order to avenge their teammates, the squad captured a Vietnamese girl in the village, but ultimately tortured her to death in order to satisfy their lust. Determined to expose the sergeant's atrocities, Eric reported the entire incident in full detail to his black lieutenant. However, the lieutenant remained indifferent. On the battlefields of Vietnam, such horrors unfolded daily, and he simply could not oversee every transgression. All he could tell Erie was that war was just that cruel. Yet Eric refused to let the matter rest. Seeking justice for the slain girl, he bypassed the chain of command and appealed directly to the sector commander, hoping the officer would intervene on her behalf. To Erie's surprise, the commander berated him and threatened that if he continued to pursue the matter, he would be transferred to the local tunnel engineering corps to fight tunnel warfare against the Vietnamese. At that moment, Eric finally grasped the grim reality. No one truly cared about the dead girl. The military establishment simply had to maintain the pretense that they were the righteous party. Feeling depressed, Eric went to a bar to vent his frustrations, where he met a priest. Fueled by alcohol, Eric recounted the entire sequence of events to the chaplain, Robert. Unbeknownst to Eric, however, the chaplain possessed powerful connections. Before long, Eric received a summons, signaling that the U.S. military had officially launched an investigation into the incident. Based on Eric's accusations, 4 of his comrades were subsequently brought before a military court-martial. Under the judge's judgment, the 4 confessed to their atrocities. Ultimately, all 4 were discharged from the military. The sergeant was sentenced to 20 years in prison, while the other soldiers were sentenced to 10 to 15 years. Yet, ironically, within a year, all 4 were granted the right to appeal and became eligible for parole. Through a relentless series of appeals and sentence reductions, they were all released in less than 18 months, having never truly faced the punishment they deserved. After the war ended, Erie returned to the United States. His inability to save the girl became a deep-seated regret, leading him to develop post-traumatic stress disorder. On the bus that day, he met a young girl who looked exactly like the deceased Vietnamese girl. As the bus pulled into its stop, Erie hurriedly rushed after her. In just a few simple words, Erie found redemption in her heart. Perhaps this is just self-comfort, but Erie's pursuit of justice and adherence to righteousness are indeed valuable on the battlefield, but war is cruel after all.
Yeah.